What's good? So this is a unit that I've been debating on getting to Rainbow for quite some time. I figured the timing would be good since the story event is available right now. And I gotta say, this card has probably one of the best art in the game. I mean, I really wish this artwork was used for a Dokkan Fest raised Trunks instead of a free-to-play, pretty much a unit that's really meant for SA grinding for the other units. This unit, I'll go ahead and tell you, is very underwhelming because, especially with the Easy A for the physical version of Trunks, I mean, this unit really is just meant for SA farming at this point. But in case anyone's interested, I did go ahead and get this guy to 100% potential. So let's go ahead and talk about the unit. Again, this is the free-to-play Super Strength Super Saiyan Trunks Future, and Leader Skills Tech and Strength type Ki +2. Super attack will cause extreme damage to enemy, and then for the passive skill, it's attack and defense increase of 30% for 7 turns from the start of the battle. In terms of links, it's okay. You're looking at Super Saiyan, that's 10% to attack. Golden Warriors +1 Ki, enemies defense -2000. Royal Lineage is going to be +1 Ki, over in a flash is +3 Ki. Messenger from the future is attack increase of 500, and then Dismal future is +1 Ki as well. So a lot of key links as part of this guy's skill sets in terms of links. For the categories, you're looking at Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Time Travelers, and Vegeta's family. So this showcase will be strictly on Vegeta's family. At 100% potential, you're looking at HP of 10,726, attack will be 10,258, and defense is 6,873. 12 Ki Multiplier is 130%. The good thing about this unit is the super attack can be launched at 9 or more Ki once the SA level is at max, so that's certainly a decent option, I guess. Again, this is really a unit that really, in all honesty, probably isn't worthwhile your time. But for me, it's probably, I've had this guy's, SA and max and all pass unlocked for a very long time, and I was always on the fence about whether to invest the potential orbs or not. I finally decided to do it. Really, it just comes down to, for me personally, just the badass card art. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I mean, it's probably one of the best in the game, and again, I really wish this was a much stronger unit because the card art, it's not done justice, in terms of overall skill sets. I wish it was a much stronger unit. And even if this guy gets some sort of Dokkan Awakener improvement in the future, I really would prefer that the card art remains the same and just the stats and all that improved. That's just personally my opinion. Again, for this showcase video, I am going to link up the Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta that did get an Easy A recently, just to provide as much support from the super attack and passive skill. For those that are unaware, the Vegeta unit provides a 30% boost to attack for allies with the super attack, as well as the passive skill, a Ki boost on top of another 30%. So makes hell of a difference. You do see units like the Super Saiyan 2 Bardock unit as well. Pretty good linking partner for the raised Trunks. You're talking about Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, and then the passive skill from Bardock does provide a 30% boost as well. So I'm going to give this guy as much help as he can get because really he does need it. And I think another thing that does hurt this unit is the limitation for the 7-turn restrictions of the increased attack and defense of 30%. 30% is pretty low as it is. I wish it was a little bit higher in numbers, in terms of percent boost, but again, it is what it is. This unit is really meant to be utilized toward leveling up SA for the other raised Trunks units in the game, so unfortunately that's the reality of it. But at the same time, this unit is one of those units that I've wanted at 100% potential for the for the collection. So that's really what it's meant for, and hopefully this video does serve as benefit to some of you guys that are either new or just curious how this unit was at 100% potential. I mean, you pretty much are looking at this unit in the best case scenario in terms of the highest boost from the category, as well as the rotations of of units with, you know, both the passive and the link skills. I did try to include other units, like obviously the LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, just to see how, you know, that unit would link up with the Rage Trunks unit. But, you know, overall, again, it is somewhat underwhelming. And once you lose that attack increase of 30% and defense as well, after 7 turns, you know, the overall stats and capabilities of Trunks will go down even further. So, you know, that's kind of like really the takeaway from that, from my opinion, is yeah, it's certainly not worthwhile. Again, if you're like myself and you're looking to add this to the collection, it's certainly worthwhile in that regard. But, you know, in terms of the ability to run this guy on events and just, you know, overall use of this unit, it's really limited. And I'm gonna be honest with you on that. You know, it's at the end of the day, it's probably not worthwhile the investment of potential orbs. That's just, you know, my personal opinion, especially if you have like other Trunks units. Even like the physical version that, you know, recently they had the Vegeta family crest item where you could exchange it. I mean, if you already have one copy of that, I mean, it's probably much more worthwhile to include that unit on a team, just because, you know, that unit with the EZA benefits the team overall. I mean, you're talking about increasing attack levels based on the super attack as well as the passive skill. So, you know, key boost and then attack and defense boost from the passive skill. It's just a much better unit overall, even with no dupes. So, you know, that's probably the biggest key takeaway. As of right now, it probably is the best unit overall in terms of, you know, in the game, in terms of the, you know, Rage Trunks, different types of units. I mean, in my opinion, that's probably the physical version is just the greatest one out of the bunch now. At some point, we'll probably see some sort of EZA with the intelligence version, which does have the nuking passive. Definitely does need to be improved as of right now. It's definitely somewhat underwhelming in terms of, you know, units to utilize on teams. Now, the benefit with that unit is it does have the ability to convert the strength key over to the intelligence key. So depending on what unit, what team you're running, you know, it could definitely be beneficial for certain units that need to collect key to get, you know, like an 18 key super attack for like an LR unit. Those types of units will definitely have some benefit of having that Trunks in the team. But, you know, out of the total rank of, you know, the Rage Trunks units available, this free-to-play strength version is definitely on the lower end of the hierarchy, and that's just the reality. At the end of the day, this is really meant for SA farming, and that's about it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the takeaway from that. But again, you know, I did want to see this guy tested at 100% potential, just on the newest category. You know, I did one a while back. However, it's been a long time plus. When I did that showcase a long time ago, it was with a friend lead and not, you know, on an optimal setting. So, you know, kind of wanted to revisit this unit and just see how it is on newer settings, and pretty much that's you know, all I need to say about that. Now, in terms of the potential levels, I did go with a heavier focus on criticals. Your standard level 9 additional attack and level 17 criticals is the format for this unit. So you do see crits activate quite often with this setup, and that's really what the preference is. Now, for this type of unit, it's better to go that route because additional attacks really aren't going to do that much, you know, additional super damage, because even with the super attack, it's going to be limited unless you have like type advantage or something like that. So in that sense, it's probably better to have a heavier focus on criticals for this unit, just to maximize the potential output. And I did also include the LR Trunks unit as well, just to see how, you know, those two units will link up together, and honestly, they share enough links. But the biggest handicap to this free-to-play version is the fact that, you know, it's missing either Shattering the Limit or, you know, Fierce Battle in some cases. That, you know, free-to-play units, it does apply, but, you know, not having that link certainly does help. I mean, in terms of attack increasing stats, you're pretty limited. I mean, you're looking at Super Saiyan, that's 10%, and then Golden Warrior, that's a key boost of 1, and then enemies defense minus 2,000. Other than that, I mean, the rest of it's pretty pretty limited. Like Messenger from the Future, attack increase of 500. I wouldn't even consider that because it's really, at this point, pretty worthless, so not even factoring that in. I mean, the one good thing about this unit is it does have a lot of ki boosting link skills. That certainly does help, even though it only requires a ki meter 9 or above to get the super attack. You know, it could certainly help out other units depending on the category you run. But, you know, again, I mean, definitely without sugarcoating anything, definitely somewhat underwhelming of a unit. Again, I think the purpose of this unit right now is literally to farm SA, and that's pretty much it. But again, I wanted to do a showcase at 100% potential, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, I do appreciate you guys watching the video, and certainly stay tuned for the next showcase coming up at some point. Alright, so I will catch you guys later, and have a good one.